Hi, Mark Nutter here from Sonic Sense. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of methods that you can use with the PreSonus studiolive mixing console, which now includes the smart measurement system from Rational Acoustics. So for our first approach, we're going to use a measurement microphone, in this case the PreSonus PRM1, available from your favorite PreSonus dealer for about $100. And it is plugged just directly into the talkback channel and will be seen by the universal control and smart. And the mic is very, very flat, so we're actually looking at the frequency response of the monitor wedge, and what we're going to do is look at the peaks and valleys of that, get rid of the peaks because it's those frequencies that stand out and will likely be the source of feedback. We're also joined here by Fritz, the Neumann KU100 dummy head microphone, and that way you'll be able to listen to each of the processes we do in real time, as well as hear the results and the before and afters. So here we've got the computer connected to the studiolive by way of a FireWire cable. We're going to, within the universal control software, launch Smart Wizard, and in the wizard we're going to go to Proceed. At this point we get to choose what output we want to use. We're going to go to the aux1 because that's where we have our monitor wedge, and we tell that OK. Basic analysis, which we just skipped quickly, indicates that we're just using a single microphone. Now we're going to bring the levels up, and that sends pink noise to our monitor. We are going to be looking at the measurement coming from the measurement microphone, and in this case we left filters engaged. We're going to remove those because this is what the untuned wedge looks like right out of the box. And now that we have the measurement, we're going to engage a couple of filters. We've got this one here, and what we're basically trying to do is set up an EQ curve that is equal and opposite of the peaks that we saw in the original measurement. Doing this kind of quickly with some quick movements here, but really this will take about a minute per wedge. And it's a little game of whack-a-mole because as you set one filter, the driver has to work less hard to produce other frequencies, so you get a little energy back in another spot. And at this point, we're going to narrow this filter just a little bit and bring it down just so we can get as close to a flat line as possible, since it's those frequencies that stand up above the others that are our source of feedback. And at this point, we could sit and work this a little further, but we've made with just a short time here some really great impact. What we'll do is we'll listen to this in just a minute and hear how it's helped us. So what's cool here is that we just set these EQ settings in the Smart application, and what we have happening is over here on our aux1 send, we called up the fat channel, which has saved all of the EQ filters. So now we have what is going to be a tonally flat monitor wedge. We're going to demonstrate that next, how it sounds with and without the filters, and you will see the benefit that we're getting with less feedback and a better sounding wedge. So now that we have gone through the Smart Wizard, we have a flat wedge. You're listening to that now. We're going to go ahead and disengage the filters that we put in there. And now you hear check, check, 1, 2, and all of our nasty little ringing frequencies come back. Turn it off again, re-engage those filters, and we have a loud, nice sounding wedge. So for our second approach, we're actually going to use the exact equipment that we're going to use for the show. No fancy external microphones, and you can do this with or without the first step that we're going to do. So we're going to actually use the vocal microphone, in this case a Sennheiser E835, but whatever mic you have on stage is what you would use for this. And you're going to have it placed exactly in the relationship where your talent's going to be in front of it, it's in front of your wedge, and we're really going to be looking for the interaction of what this microphone is seeing from that wedge, and as off, with all the off-axis pickup and everything going on as it would during the show. So here, rather than going into a Smart Wizard, we're actually just going to go over to the GEQ setting, the graphic EQ. And we have a couple of choices. We could look at this in RTA mode, but the thing about an RTA is it doesn't show you what's happening over a time period. We want to look at something that's holding on, like a feedback frequency which sustains. So the spectrograph mode is great for that. We're going to see certain frequencies be more intense than others. Those that are holding are the feedback. We're going to go ahead and let Alex make some feedback checking noises for us.
Check, check. check, check. Ha,
We're gonna-
ha,
We're going to progressively turn up the wedge until it starts to feed back.
ha, ha,
We're hearing that little one down there.
ha, ha,
Okay, and we want to find it.
ha, ha. Cha,
Okay, that guy
cha,
right there, and we can easily pull him out.
Cha, cha.
Gone. I like to set up a wide filter so we have a little bit of space on either side.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Okay, we start to see this guy
Two.
moving up here. We'll pull him back. And because,
6 and 7.
okay, and
6 and 7. 6 and 7. 7. 7.
there's our guy who's fighting with us.
7. 6 and 7. Ha ha. Ha.
And the last one. So at this point, we're fighting the same frequencies repeatedly. So we realize that we've turned up our wedge, probably 10, 15 dB. We've made a few little cuts. And you'll notice each time I have set a filter on either side of the main frequency because your room temperature, your humidity is going to change during the show. This gives you a wider breadth of frequencies to be able to be sure you won't have a feedback problem in that range. All right, so now that we have taken a few minutes to look at the interaction between this microphone and that monitor wedge, we're able to get right up on it, do some talking, check, check, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, ha, ha. And as you can see, we are feedback free. We'll go ahead and remove those filters, and immediately you hear, check, check, ooh, ooh, tss, tss, and all of our problems came back. Now simply go back to having those filters in place, and we have a show to do. Thanks for checking this out today. We hope you find it helpful next time you're out doing a show. You'll be sure to have great sounding monitors without feedback. If you have any questions about any of the equipment you've seen today, check us out at sonicsense.com or give us a call. Sonic Sense, old school service in a modern marketplace.